Momentous momentum with the MVC on the horizon. I'm Joe Downs for the ACES Insider. With their non-conference schedule in the rearview mirror, the University of Evansville women's basketball team rides into Missouri Valley Conference play on the emotional high of their victory over Austin Peay, not to mention several hard-fought games in the non-conference schedule, ones that head coach Matt Ruffing's squad can point to as definite steps up.
There was certainly some momentum coming out of that Austin Peay game and things that you can build on.
No, I think, I would say the last 3 games of our non-conference, we build up some momentum. In the Dayton game, the good start that we got off to, our execution, I thought was the best that we've had all year. Couple that with Austin Peay getting the win at home, breaking through, finally getting ourselves to that point, in the winning moments and having that success, I think, is going to be big moving forward. And, even Wisconsin, we had some, small victories. Marley had a really good game, so hopefully all that can carry into Southern.
I think that carries over a lot for us. We needed that win. Like when I talked to you last, I said it wasn't an if, but it was we were going to win that game, and we did win that game. And I think going into Wisconsin, we let some things happen. We let them go on a little run, but I think we responded and ultimately played hard that game, and that's all that you can ask for in a situation like that. So I think coming off of Austin Peay, that's going to help us go into the conference play.
Seems like you were in a lot more games this year. I mean, I know a lot of them were heartbreakers.
Yeah, that's the goal. You want to put yourself in a position to be able to win the game at the end, and we did a pretty good job of that in most of our games. And, I think we learned some tough lessons in those. Definitely lost more than we wish we would have won, but, we feel we can do that in the conference, and we feel like we have learned, from some of those, little minor mistakes, and we've that Austin Peay game, I think, is going to be really big moving forward.
We've been in basically every game this year, but I would say 3. Even at Dayton, we went up 15 points, and I think we kind of shocked ourselves a little bit. But that's truly how we can play when we are all hitting shots is obviously nice for us when everyone's hitting their shots, but even when we're not hitting shots, when we just play with more energy and we're the more confident team, we can really come out and shock some people. So I think just in terms of being in these close games, I think that has better prepared us going into conference play. One
of the things that struck me, especially towards the latter half of conference play, is that you really found your shot and where you were on the floor. What clicked for you?
Honestly, it's just my confidence. Not so much looking for my shot, but when I feel like I'm right there and I can shoot it, I'm probably going to let it go. At this point, I've gotten more confident in my shot, and my teammates are really good about getting me the ball when I'm open, and I think it's just a confidence thing for me. Just believing that it's going to go in, and when I shoot it, just thinking, yep, that's going in.
The MVC schedule opens on the road for the ACES with a trip to Carbondale and a matchup against an improving Southern Illinois squad Friday night.
Very good team. Probably one of the better teams in our league. They can score in all 3 phases. Defensively, pretty solid ball club, so they're gonna be a handful.
SIU is a very good team. We know that they're very physical. They're a very tough team. They bring a lot of experience back. So I think going into that game, we've talked a lot about being the more physical team, being the more tough, just bringing that grit that we need to withstand what they're going to throw at us. And I think that these past couple days, we've shown that we're ready to do that.
What's the one thing, I guess, that you guys are going to have to combat when you go up against them?
Our communication is going to have to be really on point, both offensively and defensively. They do a really good job offensively of moving, passing the ball, experienced group. So we're going to have to do a really good job communicating all of their screens and just making sure who has ball and where we need to bump and things like that.
Tip-off from the land of the Saluki is at 7 o'clock Friday night, and we will be there with all your post-game coverage. For the ACES Insider, I'm Joe Downs. And remember, you can keep up with all things Evansville athletics on GoPurpleAces.com, as well as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and our YouTube channel.